Do you see like in a future, even generations next, that supplementation will be absolutely necessary for almost everyone? I mean, it already sort of is, right? You're talking about this right now.
It's exact. So it's sort of the case of, if you're a purist, you sort of look at it and say, well, if we didn't get this through evolutionary times, then A, how could it benefit me? And B, why would I even need it? But the fact is that evolution doesn't care about your longevity. All you had to do was pass on your genes, and that's it. So it doesn't, basically, consuming a diet from an evolutionary perspective doesn't mean that it gives you every single nutrient or even non-essential nutrient that could potentially have benefits. So that's kind of like, I've even had this mindset shift too. Like basically, I was kind of skeptical of numerous different supplements, but as you research, you can find that there are certain links in our own metabolism. There's this breakdown in our glycine synthesis. And so this is one that I think most people would benefit from supplementing.
Why is it that so many doctors and health experts in quotes are kind of like really against supplementation in general? There are so many articles out there. You don't need it. Multivitamins are bullshit like this. Like, don't take that stuff. And even doctors, when you go to them, they'll ask you what you're on and say, don't do that. Just take these pills. There might be interactions with it. Is it the lack of education? Is it the lack of actual, schooling in nutrition that kind of guides doctors to try and actually, I would say, get people off of supplements?
Right. I think so. One, it's that some supplements make more sense than others. Number two, it's definitely a lack of certain knowledge. Not many people have spent years researching each supplement to understand what's an optimal intake, which takes a ton of time to do. Three, a lot of people believe that if it comes out in the urine, it has no effect in the body, but that's simply not true. In order for a substance to reach your urine is just filtered blood. In other words, you had to have absorbed that. It got in your system. It has to be in your blood circulation. It could be acting on receptors. It could be acting on organs. It could be acting on your immune system. And then you excrete it out the urine. So when we take vitamin C, yes, it comes out in the urine, but so does water. So does salt. That doesn't mean that none of these things have any benefits. But I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest misconceptions of why a lot of people think you don't need to take a multivitamin. You're just paying for expensive pee. Well, you are, but there are effects that happen before you eliminate it out in the urine.
Couldn't you say the same about most drugs in general that you're taking, like expensive, pharmaceutical drugs? They're literally found in our tap water now because so many people are peeing them out. So it's no different. So you can't really knock a supplement and then say, go on this drug. Everything we ingest, we take in some, but we also excrete some. So it's not exactly wasteful if it's an even playing field on everything you ingest.
Exactly.
Yeah, that alone is something I feel like a lot of people don't understand and will point to that of why you shouldn't take supplements. But all the data here that you're showing, it's absolutely necessary, especially when it comes to collagen.